See the wrestlers coming in to the Buyuzan, headquarters of sumo in Tokyo and in Japan. Typical dress the wrestlers wear. Of course, the dress is graded according to rank. Everything goes by rank. The end, or rather the start of day 11, it's Masashi Maru solely in the lead with 10 straight wins. Let's go to our first bout of day 11. Hamanishiki, the man who won 11 amateur titles in Japan before he turned pro, fights Buyuzan. Buyuzan in his 4th basho, Hamanishiki in his 6th basho. That's to say, Makuuchi bashos. Buyuzan there, locking on tight, trying to force Hamanishiki back, who gets that grip on the front of the belt, tries a pull down. From there he goes into a straight push, and out goes Buyuzan. Hamanishiki getting his 5th win, and Buyuzan the 7th loss, and getting a little bit close to Makikoshi. Well, there are 2 things the wrestlers aim at in this basho. The really good ones, of course, hope to win the tournament outright, to get the Yusho as it's called. The others want to get more wins than losses. More wins than losses is Kachikoshi. More losses than wins is Makikoshi. So here, Tochisakae against Kotoryu. Well, the Kotoryu's leg goes sliding right back to the edge of the ring, almost went out, but then from that rather extreme leaning position, Tochisakae pulled him down with tsukiotoshi. So Kotoryu back in this top division after a 2 basho spell in the Judo division, the one below. Top division has 40 wrestlers, the one below has 26. Now Wakanoyama against Tochinohana. Now the heads crash into each other's shoulders. Then it's now the wrestler looking for the belt. A lot of slaps and pushes to the throat and face, but it's Wakanoyama there who skids away, and Wakanoyama, sorry, it's Tochinohana who skids away, and Wakanoyama who hangs in the air to make sure the other one touches down before him. So oshidashi win there for Wakanoyama. Young Mountain, that's the meaning of his name. Now Otsukasa, 150 kilos, fights Hokutoriki, newcomer. This is his first basho. He's got 7 wins already. If he wins this one, he'll have Kachikoshi. Well, there it is. Newcomer gets Kachikoshi in his first basho. That's the 8th win for him, 6th loss for Otsukasa. So good result for this new one. Get to see how he'll do in subsequent bashos. We always get the newcomer who comes in and shines, and everybody starts to claim them as the new rising star, and then a basho or 2 later, the reality soaks in, and they turn in a poor result. Not all of them, of course. Now, Robocop Takamisakari fights Kaiho. Well, Kaiho's fought this man before when they were amateur champions in Japan. Both of these come through the amateur ranks, and Nichidai. Very strange movements that Takamisakari has. Well, a little bit jumping the gun there, and the chief judge is shouting at them and saying, do it properly. Well, Kaiho sidesteps there. Takamisakari recovers, starts to lock on. Now, pretty frenzied movements of the arms. Kaiho tries the kubinagi, but it's too slack. And a knee behind him drops him backwards. So Takamisakari wins that one with kirikaeshi. Very awkward movements has this new wrestler. This is his 4th Makuuchi basho. We saw him 5 bashos ago when he started to look good, and then he got a bad knee injury, and then he dropped out. So it's taken him a while to come back. Now Kotonowaka against Tamanoshima. A slowish start by Kotonowaka. Tamanoshima, the lighter of the two, certainly the smaller of the two. There's about 20 kilos difference between these two. He's trying the underarm throw there. Tamanoshima on the left with that grip under the armpit of Kotonowaka. Now, will he try another underarm throw, or will Kotonowaka use that overarm of his to spin him over? They're both locked in tight. Now this could well be a longish one. Some amount of belly pushing goes in there. When they lock into this more or less static position, they use the stomach to start to rock the other wrestler. A little bit of ankle tapping there as they try to upset each other's stability with a hook on the lower leg. Well, this is certainly taking a while, because one of the effects it has here, the heavier wrestler tends to win these ones because they wear the other wrestler out. Tremendous amount of strength goes into surviving in the ring, and the heavier wrestler has the advantage, obviously, of weight, and they just lean in there, and at some point the steam goes out of the opposing wrestler. So Kotonowaka winning that one, a long bout, 5th win for him, 7th loss for Tamanoshima. And Jumonji in his 3rd Makuuchi bout fights Tamakasuga, who's been in this top division since 1996. Never missed a basho. He comes out with a head charge, then he goes for the throat. Well, it's fairly open at this point. Tamakasuga looking for his pull down there, but manages to get round behind. Jumonji does a quick twirl to end up facing Tamakasuga, but he's too close to the edge, and there's a certain amount of impetus which sends him over the edge. So Tamakasuga making his 4th win, and Jumonji gaining his 7th loss. Akinoshima's only got 3 wins so far. He's got 7 losses. So loss here will give him Makikoshi. He's fighting Takanowaka, who he's fought 7 times previously, and he's won 4 of those 7. But he's not having a good basho, so out comes the head, cracks in just under Takanowaka's chin. Now he's looking for the belt. According to statistics, Akinoshima's had a lot of good bashos, but there he slides away. The power seems to have gone, certainly this basho. He's 35 years old, so that's getting pretty close to retirement age. Very few wrestlers go on beyond that age. So Takanowaka there, taking his 4th win. Compare that with his previous basho when he had 11 wins at the end, but still a chance to get a few more before the end of this 15-day event. Now Miyabiyama, man who took 4 bashos to go from his start in Pro Sumo to the Makuuchi division. Of course, he came in as an amateur in the middle of the ranks. Fights Kyokushuzan. They fought each other 8 times before. Each has won 4 times. Miyabiyama doing all the chasing around the ring, but Kyokushuzan's a wily customer. It looked like his heel went out then. Referee hasn't called it. And Miyabiyama piling on the pressure, and so eventually Kyokushuzan goes out, but certainly very dance-like movements from Kyokushuzan on the edge of the ring. There we see him dancing around, then eventually forced out, almost into the lap of Toki. Miyabiyama's 7th win, so he's not doing too bad. Previous basho he had 9 wins, and 2 bashos before that he sat them out because of an injury. Takanonami, 6'6" of him, 170 kilos, which is about 374 pounds. Body weight, tall, heavy, experienced, but he's got weak ankles. And in fact, he hurt his big toe earlier on in this basho. See it taped up there on the left foot. So some full starts from Chiyotenzan there. And eventually from the Tachiai, crouch down the Shikiri. Tachiai the start. That's a leg hook round Takanonami, but it's shrugged off nonchalantly by Takanonami, just shoves Chiyotenzan down and out. So quite a hard fall there for Chiyotenzan from that attempted Sotogake move of his. Now Tosanoumi considers himself a big rival to Musoyama. They have these rivalries in sumo, although they don't often work out since their rankings might be quite different and they never meet. But here fighting Toki. Toki, as usual, quite rough. Not a very technical fighter. There you see, that was quite a crack to the face then, and to the throat. So Tosanoumi not enjoying this attention to his throat and face, but he's fighting back. Toki is on the edge, and over he goes. So Tosanoumi wins that one. Spirited bout there. Toki making most of the running, and then you can see gradually Tosanoumi came back into it and drove him out with yorikiri. Now powerhouse Wakanosato out next. 157 kilos of him, and a lot of muscle there, fighting Dejima at 158 kilos. So weight for weight, virtually even. Now if Dejima wins this one, he'll have got 10 wins, and it'll be the first time in something like 10 basho that he's would have got that high. So let's see if he can do it. Well, both wrestlers locked in. Now look at the power of Wakanosato there. Just lifted Dejima up like a child. Well, we talk about the power of Wakanosato. We don't often see it demonstrated, but there, look at that. Just lifts up 160 kilos or so of Dejima up. Almost stops going out, but then crumples to the surface of the dojo. So Wakanosato must be pleased with that one. Well, Dejima misses his 10th win, but still a few bouts to go yet. 6th win for Wakanosato. Now we have Asa Shoryu. Now he needs, he's going to go for Yokozuna. He's got to get something, not Yokozuna, Ozeki. He needs something like 34 wins over 3 bashos. So he needs at least 10 wins or more this basho. He's got 7 so far, and that makes it 8. Dumps Hamanishiki there. So this was, both of these wrestlers came in on this. Asa Shoryu with 7 wins. So a win here would give him Kachikoshi. Hamanishiki came in with 7 losses, and a loss here would give him Makikoshi. So that's how it worked out. Kachikoshi for Asa Shoryu, and just a couple of points away from a chance to go for Ozeki in the next basho. Of course, the significance of Makikoshi, more losses than wins, is that they go down the ranks. And eventually, if they keep on doing it, they go out of the top division, and then all the way down the bottom again if they're not much good. Now, Daizen against Tochiazuma. Tochiazuma's got 7 wins. The win here will give him Kachikoshi, although he'll be hoping, of course, for the championship win, the Yusho. Tochiazuma's on the receiving end quite a bit. He's driven around the ring there by Daizen, who's 37 years old, oldest wrestler in this top division. And Tochiazuma winning there, gets his Kachikoshi, but didn't look too comfortable doing it. Sometimes, of course, these wrestlers, when they turn in bad performances, it's because they got an injury and they don't make them public. They might afterwards, after the basho, mention them to the press. Now, Kyokutenho fights Kaiho. They fought 6 times. Kaiho's won all 6. So let's see if it's going to be the 7th win. No, not much doubt there. Kaiho disposes of him without too much trouble. 7th win for Kaiho, 7th loss for Kyokutenho. And a little bit of prize money. Well, on the statistics, I wouldn't have put money on that. Of course, it's not a gamble, the prize money. It just goes to the winner, and it's always a set amount in a little envelope. Now we have Musayama. He's got 7 wins. He's fighting Chiyotenzan. Now, these two, this is interesting. These two come out like rockets. Both noted for a very explosive techiai. So it will be a battle. Musayama's the heavier of the two, some 10 kilos heavier. That might make the difference. Let's see if it's as predicted. Yeah, both wrestlers come out head-to-head, crash in. It's Musayama who pushes Chiyotenzan back to the edge. Chiyotenzan tries a desperate slap down at the end on the back of Musayama's neck. But Musayama gets it. So that's 2nd loss for Chiyotenzan. An 8th win and Kachikoshi for Musayama. Well, that extra weight of Musayama made the difference. Chiyotenzan normally gets his own way when he charges out. But there he ran into a brick wall, and the brick wall started moving forward, driving him back. So a little bit of a recovery there, but then he starts to go back again, and that's the end of him. Now, Sashimaru gets up from his cushion, Zabuton on the edge. It's below the edge in the area known as the Hikai. Walks up into the ring, goes through quite an elaborate ritual, which we don't show here because each one takes 4 minutes or so we spend more time looking at rituals than fighting. So Sashimaru chucks salt down, part of the ritual. He's fighting Tochinohana, who he's met 17 times before, and this one 15 of them. So Musashimaru's in the lead on this day 11 with 10 straight wins. Tochinohana comes hard and fast across the ring, gets that underarm grip, gets the left in, the left sashi, tries a throw, almost, well, rocks Musashimaru slightly. He's quite happy, he's got his right arm on the belt, not inside though, where he likes that right arm. And Tochinohana is giving him a bit of resistance there. It's not at all one way for the Yokozuna. There's that 231 kilos now starting to move. There it is. That's a tricky moment right on the edge. You've got to be careful, but a little bit of sideways movement. And Tochinohana gets nudged over the ring. Yorikiri win there. 11 straight wins for Musashimaru. So now he's opening up a gap between him and the other wrestlers. So by the end of day 11, we see Musashimaru with 11 straight wins, and behind him Chiyotenzan and Dejima with 9 wins and 2 losses. We'll be back very shortly with day 12 of the Basho, so stay with us.